6'4", number 3. At 4, at 6'7", number 8.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Clint Capella.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Shea and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Capella in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for the Knicks, we've got Anunoby. Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. So New York wins the tip. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight. But I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Bridges for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
And it's Shea missing. Knicks on offense, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
And the dunk by Towns.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
Johnson with a screen on Brunson. Young with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. High arcing shot. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Hawks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Young.
Well, it took them 4 attempts, but they've taken the lid off the basket. Maybe that'll get some momentum going.
Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league, so Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
First one falls for him. You know, these last few years, Stan, Atlanta has been outstanding on the offensive end. But, boy, have they struggled on defense.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they can go to where they want to go unless they can just develop at least an average defense, and they haven't even been close to that.
And I know we've not seen a champion who is only one or the other. I mean, you've got to be a little bit of both, correct?
Yeah, Kevin, most of our champions, as you know, have been in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. See the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at the Knicks. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And, of course, Atlanta, 4 games back.
And right now for the Knicks, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And, guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
Here is Daniels, defended by Bridges. Johnson with a screen on Bridges. Here's Daniels. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That one misses. Stan, when you were faced with back-to-back games, did that factor into your game planning at all?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, it factored into what we did in preparation. You know, practice the day before the back-to-back set. But I was a one-game-at-a-time guy, and whatever it took to win that night was what we were going to do. And then we'd worry about the second game when that one was over.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Capella finds Hunter. Off target from three-point range.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the Celtics.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And here are the Knicks now after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Bridges. And Capella sends it back.
Offensively, you have to be aware of Capella. He is a block master.
And the Knicks making a change here. McBride's checked in. .149 left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bridges. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. Reza Shea, he's checked in for the Hawks. He's perfect from the line this time. 46 seconds left to play in the first. Now, here's Achua, covered by Hunter. Here's Brunson. Reggie with the rebound.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Pass to Hunter. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 4 on the clock. Launches it from deep. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
The Hawks trail by 5. They've got Landry Shamet, Miles McBride out there with Achua. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Sims in at the 5 roaming the paint. That's the 5 for New York right now. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Knicks shooting at 50% in a decent groove. You know, Stan, it seems like the Hawks have been close to taking that next step now for a couple of years.
It does, Kevin, but we're still waiting, unfortunately. There's talent there, but it hasn't translated into sustained postseason success.
Bogdanovich, no luck. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Down low, here's Sims. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. A guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
The close-range shot is good from Brunson.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Timeout.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. For the Hawks, Roddy's checked in, and it's Matthews in for Wallace. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. Number 5, the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Showing off his inside game, Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
And here's Brunson outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Brunson's got 13.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Here's Roddy, defended by Hart. Puts up a 3. Roddy no good. New York leading by 7. Here's Brunson, and again it's New York.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. To the middle, Bridges with the steal. Brunson outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
Bogdanovich dishes to Okongwu. Pass to Hunter. Here's Roddy. Back to Hunter. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it's Matthews with the jam.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
And Stan, here we are watching DeAndre Hunter. What impresses you most about his game?
Well, I like how steady he has been since he came into the league. I like the fact that he's a guy who can make shots but doesn't need the ball a lot. And I especially like, Kevin, that he's just a guy who figures out what needs to be done, and he's willing to do any of it to help his team win.
What a great intangible, right? To shift during a game and, like you said, give the team what they need at that moment.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Knicks leading by 7. It's Hart on the wing. Pass to Towns. Back to Hart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns, the screen. Here's Anunoby. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive abilities.
That's good from Anunoby. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And he's good on the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. Then last season, Jalen Johnson saw a huge leap in playing time and his production.
Yeah, look, he was one of the most improved players in this league. You know, came in as a great athlete, but then has really learned how to play the game, how to get to high percentage shots, how to get on the glass, and especially how to defend.
Yeah, his improvement has been off the charts.
Sure has.
Back to Young. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Trae Young is a tremendous outside shooter with almost limitless range.
Plays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 8.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Here's Rizichet. He's guarded by Anunoby. From downtown, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Hart with the screen for Towns. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks trail by 8. Young outside. Six to shoot. Fires from way outside. It doesn't go for him. And that does it for the first half of play. Knicks lead by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, David.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, you know, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
Your guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Atlanta Hawks. And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's like from the backcourt, maybe like from the corner?
Okay, let me do this over, okay?
Yeah, because I'm kind of lost.
From the opposite end. Oh, wait, we ran out of time for the segment. Can't even ask the question.
See,
Too
Kenny?
bad. And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the New York Knicks.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
And the Hawks with possession here. 8-point game. And so in the game for the Hawks, the pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Rizachet in at the small forward. Pass to Hart. Brunson outside. Over Young. The shot's good from Brunson. Brunson's got 20 points.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Clock at 6. A shot by Young. Cans the shot from the wing. Young's got 7 points.
Well, Young saw how the defense was going to play the pick and roll, and that was all he needed to create a score for himself.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
D.A., it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. Here's the screen. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 10.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Back to Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
To the paint. Here's Rizachet. Good D by Anunoby.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Hart makes it off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young. Driving in. Daniels from outside. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Knicks to look forward to. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Trae Young. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
And he makes the first. And making his 3rd All-Star appearance last season, Trae Young, a guy who is filled with so much skill in elite play.
Well, look, Trae Young may be as much fun to watch Kevin, as any player in this league with his quickness, with his shooting range, and he is as creative a passer as anyone I have ever seen.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
He really is.
Bridges finds Brunson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Trae Young, and he can't hit the second.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Bogdanovich passes to Capella. Brunson with it, guarded by Hunter. Bridges attacking. Then Bridges jams it in.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Hawks trail by 11. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Hawks making a change here. Krejci's checked in. Let's take a look at the numbers for Jalen Brunson.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Hunter, bounce pass. Here's Krejci. Brunson covering. And the basket by Krejci.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
New York moving it around. Hart finds Towns. Shoots over Capella. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Hart. And it's 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Krejci. Brunson covering. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Back to Hart. Hunter against Bridges. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Hawks trail by 11. Krejci passes to Capella, and it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And that's cash. Bogdanovich is a legitimate threat to burn you from that mid-range.
Pass to McBride. With the shot. Rebounded by Capella.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Just 5 on the clock. The shot. And it's Bogdanovich. Again missing. And so it's New York in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Defensively, make sure we're all getting rebounded. No second shot. In transition, everyone talk. No open threes in transition.
And Tom Thibodeau wanting his team to pay particular attention to certain areas of their defense.
Yeah, taking care of the defensive boards, allowing no easy baskets on the fast break. These are key elements in terms of you having success.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. Achua is out there with Toppin. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Sims in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, that's Bogdanovich's main role on this team. Drill threes.
Here's Brunson, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Cameron Payne's checked in for the Knicks. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Matthews is checked in. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Brunson against Hunter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And there is a lot to like about Jalen Brunson's game. He pays attention to the details.
Jalen Hudson at the line, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Bridges, he's checked in for Payne. And both free throws good for Brunson. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Matthews scanning the floor. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Trae Young, he's checked in for Hunter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. Now, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside. Guys?
Thank you, David. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And that one is good. 18 points for Bogdanovich.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
There's a screen by Achua. There's Brunson from deep.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Roddy. Young outside, launches it, gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. They grabbed their own miss. The shot's good. Sims has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Okongwu with the screen for Bogdanovich. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Hard against Johnson. Now here's Hart. Not a lot of room. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point land. Brunson no good. The Hawks trail by 7. Young outside. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Hart finds Brunson. Converting through contact. Nice job by Brunson.
Making the defense look hopeless. Brunson so clever with his ball handling.
Here's the teardrop. Knicks with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. It's stolen by Johnson. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Young inside. Brunson covering. Young against Brunson. Daniels inside the line. Atlanta again missing. The Knicks leading by 9. Anunoby outside. Inside. Bridges misses. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Young against Brunson. The 8-footer. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the way that Trae Young can sense where the defender is, take the contact, and still make the jumper is something else.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Anunoby outside. Oh, Anunoby in position. Rizachet with the steal. Here's Daniels. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And an intentional foul right there. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. It's a 7-point game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Atlanta has possession. Here's Young. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, I guess that's why they call him Ice Trae. He is cold-blooded.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
and a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
So it's New York picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.